that he sponsored will be number one. And I'm sorry to say that, Dennis, but he is. He's going to bash you.
We're crying all the way to the bank.
And that's
right?
awesome. And I'm number 3 in the company, and I'm not starving. And so I'll leave it at that. This has really been tremendous. But I want to make sure you know, is that silver position, if you're serious about this, we have people from days, Dennis said days, weeks, and a month. We can get this done for you. We can get the concept is that high. You hear from the #1 income earner, maybe the last night I'll announce him as that. But he certainly is. He's setting the tone. The very first Ruby in our company. Please welcome up my dear friend, Mr. Dennis.
Thank you guys, and welcome tonight. Wonderful. Brandy's a great host. Look at this setup.
Beautiful.
Guys can play poker afterwards. Anyway.
No TV, don't play.
I'm a real estate broker in Brentwood for 25 years. That's my background, and now I'm not doing that. And I had a bad year last year. You know, some of you guys could relate. I went through first of all, I had a personal bankruptcy. I had a recall on my car. I had a foreclosure on my house that I've had for 30 years. It was worth $3.5 million, and I had my divorce was final. So you know, how much worse could that be in 1 year last year? And so, but you know, I go to some of these seminars, Tony Robbins, Jim Rohn, and you know, it sinks into your subconscious. And let's face it, the conscious thinks it knows, but the subconscious really knows. So anyway, I knew I could do it, and thank God Richard, my best friend, I had an advantage because I've known Richard for 23, 24 years now. We're best friends. He was at my wedding. I was at his wedding. And so when he told me about it, I listened. Otherwise, I wouldn't, because I never gambled in my life. I never placed a bet. I never bought a lottery ticket. But when I found out that Rick Mikey was behind this, because I've seen a lot of these companies come and go, and that's when, because I've known Rick Mikey for about 3 years. And so I knew his reputation. You can Google him. And that's when I went to work. Now, a lot of people in this industry will take a spot in a company when it first starts, and then they'll wait a few months, maybe a year, and if they have a lot of volume on one side, they'll work the other side. But I went right away. I had 0 on this side, 0 on this side, and I'm the top earner because I got more no's. I talked to more people. And so, and now a lot of those people that said no are listening because I have a story. And you guys can use my story until you have your story. But you know, making this kind of money, I made more money than most people make in a year my first month. And I made that again on my 6th week, just for 1 week. And then K. Ross alluded to, you know, I made a lot of money now. And the thing I like about this is the check never goes down. I set goals each week, and I'm always exceeding the goals. You know, and I've never had this happen before. And so money's not an issue now, where it was last year. And now, since money's not an issue, I enjoy helping people get what they want. I have 2 friends. Richard's known one of them for about 20 years. He's been manager of a car rental place in Vegas for 20, 30 years. And he's been doing network marketing that whole time, trying to get rid of that job. He hates it. He hates it. And now he can see the light. Okay? So and I have another friend in Florida, same thing. And now he can see the light. So, and in a short time, it's only less than 3 months. And that's what's really beautiful. So I advise everybody to take a really good look at this, you know, and just go to work. I mean, I've only been with, how many have experience in network marketing? Okay, so you see, this is really, like K. Ross alludes to, it's fun. You'd think that making the most money in my life, it would be the hardest thing. It's the easiest thing I've ever done. Because you don't have to talk about this is better than the other 5,000 vitamins, or why is this better than what Sidney Crawford on TV? You know, it's none of that. It's so simple. It's been around for thousands of years. It's 24/7. It's gambling. You know, and now we have as well entertainment. You make money when somebody buys a ticket to Celine Dion or the Yankees. So it's very, very exciting. It's get people that haven't returned my call in 5 years. I have a system, and I just leave a little message on their machine, give them a little. Tease them a little bit about what's going to come in the email, as long as you have their email, because otherwise most people are too busy to open an email. But if you give them a heads up on their voice or in person, you can actually make about 20 calls an hour if you hit their answering machine. If they pick up, then you can make 4 calls an hour, because you got to talk about the weather, and I don't care about the weather. But anyway, so that's it. It really gets people's attention. It's sexy. It's different. And it's just exciting. It really is. And You know, I've been in network marketing for 24 years. I've known Richard all that time. I've really been in only one project the whole time, though. You know, EBA.
What's that?
Everything but Amway. but my mentor taught me you can make $1 million in network marketing. And so I joined 1 million companies, I make $1 in each. But never forget the first one. It was a weight loss program, and they said you could lose 10 pounds a month. And I had a mother-in-law at the time that weighed 120 pounds. So I figure in a year. Richard said I'm making enough money. I'm making enough money now. I can hire writers.